Hi guys, I hope everyone's getting into their practicum and getting into their classrooms and starting assignments and having a good time. For this discussion, we were asked, if you were an interventionist, would you believe that a child's development is determined by heredity, the environment, or both? As a teacher, how would this belief impact your teaching style? So I thought of two different aspects when reading this question. So the first aspect was child development theories and theorists, and then as well as my own kind of philosophy as a teacher and the benefits and effects of the question. So I'm going to start with the theorists and what they kind of believed and what I drew from a few of them. So for the heredity side, B.F. Skinner and Piaget, which Piaget is for heredity and environment, I noticed, but B.F. Skinner was more of a behavioral theorist. So he believed that a child learns through their positive and negative behaviors they see throughout their lives from their adults that they're around the most. And then Piaget kind of believed that children's cognitive influence is mainly drawn through heredity. But on the other side, Piaget believed on the environment portion that their thinking and learning comes through the environment and what they draw in through it. So it's kind of an interesting aspect to see him draw from both, and he also was my topic for the essay that we just had to write, so that's kind of cool to draw him in this way as well. As a teacher, the question was, how would this belief impact your teaching? So there were some benefits towards it, but there was also some effects, right? So the benefits and the heredity side were that you would have a really diverse classroom. These kids are learning through their parents, and everyone has different parents. Everyone comes from different religions, and everyone kind of learns through where they grow up and who they grew up with, and that's awesome. That coming into your classroom could greatly just make it super diverse and make it super interesting. The benefit for the environment is keeping things kind of updated, right? So all these things that these kids are learning through their environment, yes, some good, some bad, but the good that they bring in, you can take that as a teacher and you can kind of bounce off of it and use it in teaching methods. Like, for instance, I've seen teachers use today's like songs that children are so into and kind of put it in more of a fun, like learning way, or current news, and kind of make that a little bit fun, but so kids are informed, but yet you're kind of teaching them in more of a fun manner. Mind you, I'm an elementary kids I'm studying elementary, so you guys probably as ECE goers wouldn't do that as much, but I'll be teaching older ones, so involving the community and the news that's going on will be really big for me and what's going on. On the other side, I just mentioned the benefits, but there's also effects, right? So we have things like, for heredity, I said different cultures and different and it's a more diverse community, right? But in that diverse community, you could have some battles of, not seeing eye to eye. My mom said, we do this a certain way, but you guys don't do it. And it could end up becoming a bully situation, which I have a no tolerance for bullying. And the biggest thing there is you just kind of have to teach children to love everyone no matter what. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own beliefs. But yeah, it could get a little bit kind of tense in the classroom because of that, unfortunately. An effect for the environment status is, as I said, children are learning all these things from their environment, right? Yeah, you could take them and take them into a positive light, but let's say you're teaching in a not so nice area and there's gang-related stuff and there's stuff that children probably shouldn't see and children probably shouldn't be hearing. Let's say they bring that into the classroom and they bring that to different students. Their parents probably don't want them to know what these kids are telling them, right? So it's our job to kind of put a halt to that and say, it's unfortunate or maybe good that you heard this, but let's save that for another time. We want to make sure that our children are always protected, right? And that's kind of a hard thing to do with the environment coming in. So it definitely can affect us. This was kind of a hard one, but I liked how it was able to draw in the theorists as well as draw in my own philosophy as a teacher and kind of mix them and combine them and figure out what the benefits and the effects were. I hope everyone is doing good, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.